Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin' With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, go on down and hit subscribe for us so you can come back over and over again. We are here at the Space Coast Book Lovers event in Cocoa Beach, Florida, hosted by Terry Dees, Edney, and the gang. We are here hanging with Maggie Adams, the author of Whistlin' Dixie.
Whistlin' Dixie.
Maggie, thanks for hanging with us. We have a copy of Whistlin' Dixie right here. Let's start there. Give us the book blurb about Whistlin' Dixie.
Well, Whistlin' Dixie is the first in my Tempered Steel series, and it's set in Grafton, Illinois, because it's very loosely, based on some actual events that happened in the area. In 1993, the Mississippi River, where Grafton is located right along the Mississippi, began to flood. And as a lot of people may remember, it was devastating.
Yes.
The entire town of Grafton, small fishing village, was pretty much decimated.
Oh, wow.
But people there are very determined and very resilient, and they said that they were going to build it bigger and better than ever. And that gave me the idea that since I had all that information at my disposal, because I had relatives in the area, to start doing a book series about that. Then I twisted in my husband, who comes from a family of 7 brothers. So I made this series about 7 brothers determined to make sure that their hometown was bigger and better than ever.
Wow, that is fantastic. And how long have you been writing? When did you start writing?
Actually, I started writing the Tempered Steel series in probably June of 1994.
Wow. And when did it come out? When did Whistlin' Dixie finally make the stands?
Yeah, well, but that was a little before I knew about internet and self-publishing and all of that. So I sent it the regular, traditional way, and I got 177 rejections. But then I put it back on the shelf.
She was just getting started. I mean, that's 177. That's
nothing.
Yeah.
So I just kind of shelved it and went on with life. I had 2 little kids, and then they became teenagers, and my son said, "Mom, this self-publishing thing, you got to get your book out there."
Well, the web has really revolutionized the entire arts and entertainment industry.
Oh, and it's so easy to do.
From the literary world to film and television.
Yes.
You know, once you do it, and you make all your first mistakes.
Yes.
Because none of us are born publishers. No. I'm sure somebody out there was, but it wasn't me. So you learn your first mistakes, and then you learn where to find editors and where to find publishing help, and where to find marketing help, and cover designers and everybody that you need as a professional. And they're all here. The professionals are all here this weekend. It's great.
Wonderful, great people.
So when did you know you wanted to be a writer?
When I was 4 years old. 4
years old.
Yes.
They gave you a crayon, and instead of drawing a picture, you started writing words.
I love to read. I started reading at 4. Loved to read, and whenever I would finish a story, I would say, "What if?" Or I'd want to continue it because I liked it so much. So I'd continue it in my head, and then when I learned how to write, I would just write them all out. So I had notebook upon notebook.
What if is the writer's favorite question. Mm-hmm. No matter what if the sun didn't come up? What if? What if?
Sure.
Because we're going to tell you what'll happen. What if? Right?
And then maybe someone will read the book, and they'll go, but what if? And there's another writer born.
There's a new writer born right there. Mm-hmm. So amazing. Thank you so much. And that's what we do here. That's the motto of the show: is create, aspire, and inspire. Perfect. So we are so happy that you came on the show. Where can we find Whistlin' Dixie?
Whistlin' Dixie is available in paperback and ebook on all formats. You can get it through, if you're Amazon,
check out
Barnes
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, everywhere you want to go.
Everywhere you want to go.
And check out Whistlin' Dixie. We've learned a little bit about Maggie Adams, and we've learned about the Whistlin' Dixie and the series, which is titled?
The series is the Tempered Steel series.
The Tempered Steel series. Yes. And now we're on to the fun part of the show.
Cool.
I have called this part of the show Clickbait.
Okay.
See? I love that reaction. Clickbait on the internet are those headlines that you just can't look away from.
Sure.
And then you find out that it's really not what they said anyway.
Okay.
But so what they did, I sent the girls out to the internet, and I said, find me the absolute most ludicrous questions you can find. And then the real life answers of my guests will give me the wonderful clickbait headline.
Okay.
And we'll go viral, and I'll be a YouTube sensation, and you'll be a bestseller as soon as it hits.
Sure. Fine with
As far
me.
as you know, I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
If you were a box of cereal, what would you be?
If I was a box of cereal, I would be salty, sweet, and my name would be Minx, because you never know what's going to happen when you...
She made up her own cereal, guys. That's awesome. First one that's ever done that. Okay.
I'm not Captain Crunch,
So, if we trapped you in a television show for a week, you had to live inside the world of the television show for a week, what
Okay.
show would you pick?
To be honest, I started watching Grace and Frankie on Netflix.
Awesome.
And I am like, my husband's like, oh my God,
You just hang out with those
you're
people.
Frankie. I'm like, well, I don't wear the Birkenstocks, but you pretty much.
There you go. Well, these always, I don't know where these came from, but they do this to me, and I can't help myself because they're funny. And an orangutan walks in holding a big stick and wearing a top hat. What does he say? And why is he there?
He knows I love to dance, and he takes me on the floor.
She didn't even hesitate. It was beautiful. You see that? Just bam, right there. That's what has me with creative minds in that chair. Okay. What is the favorite thing that you've ever had to buy for yourself? You had to have it.
Wow, that's really hard because I'm more of a put myself last when it comes to family
Yeah,
and
you
friends.
kind of shop for your husband
Yeah.
and your kids. You walk by it in the store and you're like, you know what? I'm not waiting for somebody to get there. I have to have it
I
now.
have to have it. I would probably say this. Oh, okay. This really cute. This really cute.
You just broke the internet. They're trying to figure out what you're going to say next. They're like, oh my God, where's she going with this?
Well, okay, I write erotic romance, so I found this really cute pink sort of a baby doll nighty thing.
I just had to have
and
it.
I had to have it
There
because
you
I
go.
thought red hair, pink, pretty in pink. There you go.
Pretty in pink. There you are. Okay. Well, we know you're an amazing creator, an amazing
you.
author, and we're going to find out more when we dive into Whistling Dixie.
Sure.
What is your hidden talent?
My hidden talent?
Your hidden talent. Nobody knows it. We're going to tell the internet for the very first time. They're going to Google it. They're going to find out your secret talent.
Okay, my secret talent is I can't walk a straight line, but you put on music, and I can choreograph just about anything.
Awesome.
I did it for my daughter for years. She's
Author
she's
and
a dancer.
choreographer. Your daughter's a dancer?
My daughter was a dancer. She started dancing at the age of 5, and when and she started with us into a studio and doing choreography and private lessons and all of that
And
stuff.
Mom took care
her
of all
all the
that?
way through college.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Where are you going from here? Where can readers find you next?
Well, they can always find me on Facebook and all that because I'm like jabberjaw.
We're going to throw those links down
But-
below for you also.
Perfect. The next one I have is Riders on the River, and that is in the East Peoria area of Illinois. It's at a casino, so that's going to be lots of fun.
So maybe you can find Maggie at her table. Maybe you'll
Maybe
find her at a
not.
different table. You never know.
You never know.
That's right. Well, that is the card that says we have to wrap it up because we've been having just way too much fun.
It has been great.
They stop me whenever things just get fun.
Well, you
And
know.
I don't know why. As we wrap it up, though, we're going to thank our partners and friends and the folks that share these videos on the World Wide Web. The folks over at Something Unique Magazine, the Florida Book News, Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, Famous Faces and Funnies. We thank you so much for sharing these videos. I'm G.W. Pomichter. We've been hanging with author Maggie Adams, the writer of Whistling Dixie and the Tempered Steel series. I remember that. Not bad. We're at the Space Coast Book Lovers event. Remember, folks, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.